Hi there, it's Rick from Dynamic Sketching. Hope you're all having a lovely summer. It's been a little while, so I'm going to get straight into this drawing. I've got a rough drawing prepared already of Doctor Doom, probably the greatest villain ever as far as I'm concerned. Created by the genius that is Jack Kirby, I think in the early 60s. And yeah, just amazing design. I'm going to go straight into the mask because the mask is just so fantastic, and it's almost like the way he's designed the mask on Doom is like it's all obviously all metallic, but it's all like circuits and levers and things, you know, the way Jack Kirby originally designed it. And so that's the kind of Doom I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to Jack Kirby and the fantastic designing that he did, which really I think the modern artists haven't really moved away from, because it's just so brilliant. I mean, Kirby's designing is just fantastic. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here. So straight into his mask. Like I say, I've done a rough drawing there for time. Just go straight in there. I'm going to have down lighting on his face, which makes quite a dark, foreboding look. Got the nose area here, and there's rivets everywhere as well. There's just these fantastic rivets, and I guess it has almost kind of steampunky feel before steampunk. So he's got these eye areas here, but it's all just, you get the feeling, because Doom's this sort of evil genius. He's a scientist as well. He's got like weaponry within the mask and stuff. So there's just this whole area. It has circuits as well. So I'm just going to see how this all goes. I'm using Kirby's brilliant original design as a quick thing here. So right, straight in, get his hood there. What I'll probably do is I'll probably put most of the work into his head and the shadow there, and then kind of stylize the rest of the drawing just to keep it simple, so not getting too bogged down with lots of work. Obviously his head, a lot of it is in shadow because of his hood and the down lighting. We've got lighting from coming down here. So let's straighten his eye. He's in that sort of arrogant pose looking down on us because he's a monarch. So he's a monarch, you know, and although he's kind of seen as this evil dictator, he's loved by his people. He's the leader of his country. So, right, we're getting sort of some of the kind of robotics and stuff of his mask there. That's looking fairly good there. So, yeah, we're sort of looking slightly up at him. I'm going to start putting some shading in now just to get a feel. So, there's a strong light from above, creating I'm just going to go all in here. Shadow from his hood cast on there, and then we've got a nice shadow here, dropping over again from the hood and from the lighting from above, adding more to the mystery to him. Influence on Darth Vader, like we said before, big influence on Darth Vader's look, you know, the death mask and amazing look of Vader, who I love as well, but obviously Kirby's design is just absolute genius. It really is. That's why it's hardly ever changed over the decades. It's just so good. Cast shadow from above. Just put a nice bold line round them like this. put a nice shadow coming down from the nose area. Put his eyes into shadow. Cavity of his eyes here. Feel these big chunky areas where these kind of metal plates have been put together, and then the mouth is just like a gaping hole here, but there's like circuits in it and stuff. It's just brilliant. You just get the feeling with the levers and everything, with the levers about, and you feel like there's weapons actually in the mask as well. That's giving, yeah, that's getting that evil feel of him. But like I say, he's an interesting character, because, you know, you think, oh well, he's evil, but he's not really. He just wants the best for his people and world domination, of course. So I'm just going to keep this area simple, and most of the area just around his mask, where all of the work's being done. His arms are folded in that kind of authoritarian, kind of arrogant way, you know, he's arrogance and huge ego that he has. And of course they're talking about doing an Avengers film. I really hope they do, which is based on Secret Wars, which is just incredible. I mean, Doom steals the show in that story. You know, he basically takes on a god in the galaxy, and this god is like, he brings all the characters together, another part of the universe, to fight, but Doom doesn't want to. What he basically wants to do is take this god who's called the Beyonder. He just wants to take his power away from him, you know, and become a godlike being himself, you know. So, you know, Doom's ego is so huge, you know, he's not happy just just being this lead-in emperor. He wants to rule the universe, you know. It's an amazing story. So yeah, so we've got all this going on here, all the metal parts going on in there. Yeah, these big heavy sort of plates in his eyes. And then let's get the mechanical pencil, and you can indicate these rivets that are there. Oops. It has, because of all the rivets and stuff, it has that kind of steampunky look about it, I think. Got time to do every single rivet, unfortunately, but you know, I'm kind of improvising a little bit here, just giving it that sense of metal plates in the head. And the reason he's wearing this mask is because he got his face burned, scarred, whatever, and of course his narcissism is that he doesn't want to show his face, so he creates this mask. But it's just amazing, isn't it? Just what a fantastic design and character, and multifaceted character who you kind of love to hate. Folded arms there. Like I say, I'm not going to put too much into the bottom area of the drone. We're just going to keep it kind of stylized. Nice big folds, flowing folds as if the wind's blowing his folds there. Oops. And he has metallic here. Bands around his, and of course he's wearing armor as well, so he's really powerful. He's got this incredible armor, and weaponry within the armor as well. So we'll just keep the outside of the drone nice and bold. We won't get too much into detail down at the bottom. We're just going to keep it nice and light and airy and loose, so that the main attention is mostly around the top area, this head. Yeah. And that arrogant pose of his. Sketch that out quickly. So over there, see what else is needed. Yep. Maybe just a little bit of shadow there. A bit under there maybe. Oh, tell you one thing I'll do really quickly, just to finish this off, because although he's got this hole where his mouth is, you get the feeling that the robotics in it sort of move it around. So I'm just going to get a little bit of white out. And I'm just going to put these kind of robotics into his mouth like this. Oh. I'll get my white pen to work. Maybe on its last legs, this pen, but anyway, you get really good. You know, so you get this feeling of kind of circuitry in his mouth. And yeah, almost done there. And I just put Doom at the bottom. Almost like he signed it himself. There. Just a couple of little touches. Like I say, just a quick sketch, but just get a nice dynamic to things. See it? Yeah, nice and bold. Strong, get that arrogant pose of doom. And yeah, if thank you so much for watching again. Hope you can come back again and watch the next one. Probably be doing like a fashion sketch or just the sort of balance of the figure to do with the fashion drawing. That'll be the next one. And put that in there. Yeah. If you can like, subscribe, share, would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.